Good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. Mike and Arlen, our Philippine journey. Thanks so much for dropping in. You know, I had a thought, and then on top of the thought, I had an epiphany. And quite honestly, walking street is a disaster. It's still a disaster. And you know something? We're going to bring you to our sister channel, the WNN, not to be confused with CNN, not to be confused to anybody else, WNN, the Worthless News Network. So let's talk about that.
Why'd you have to go? I guess this world's too slow for you. I think there's beauty in the gray, the cold, but you just want the gold. And there's no way I can beat it, cause I got no chance when it comes to her. She got the glitter and the fame, and I just wasn't enough.
Okay. Walking street, still screwed. Let me tell you how this evolved. And let me tell you why I say walking street is going to be screwed for a long, long time. And let me tell you also why we think that a lot of the bullshit you hear about walking street is absolutely what I just said. Bullshit. First off, so last night, some of you that know us know that we had a good friend who fell down doing something stupid, had a terrible accident, had a quadriceps tendon tear, and had to have major surgery. And at his age, that is major surgery. He has been recovering from that. It has been several months. He is walking, although very guardedly, and he's graduated from being held up to a wheelchair, to a walker, to a cane, to an assist. And so last night, we finally convinced him it was time to go out and at least have some dinner with his friends. So we gathered together, our usual group of friends, and we went to Tequila Reef and had dinner. And I'm not going to talk about the issues or anything like that. I'm just going to talk about we went from there to said, you know what? Let's do one bar, Randy. All right? We'll go to one bar where we have lots of people that we know and they haven't seen you and they're wondering how you're doing, and let's go. So we took them there. Walking street, still a disaster. Still torn up, still half dirt, still not finished. And yet, let me just, you've got to learn to understand here. I'm getting at something very reasonably committed. All right. I started thinking about this today. And so I did some research. I went back and you know what? I have to give credit to It's My Life Philippines, Leon, because he labels the date that either he or Gregory or Georgie are walking. And I had to go back and look for the first onset of construction on Walking Street. Now, for those of you that don't know, it started as a drainage or some sort of drainage issue where they tore up one side and replaced pipes, patched it up real nice, then tore up another side, patched it up real nice, then tore all of it up again. Well, going back and looking, it's now been, to the best that I can figure out, 100 plus days. And I thought, now wait, some of you may have never been to Walking Street here in Angeles City. I would venture to say it's not more than 600, maybe 800 yards from one end to the other. All right. So in 800 yards, they're redoing it. What they say they're going to do, I heard one of the bloggers here in town, no offense, I like the guy, okay? One of the bloggers here in town said it's not what you know, it's who you know to get the correct information. Well, I'm going to tell you, you're wrong. It is what you know. Who you know doesn't necessarily mean shit. Until, if you can't put somebody in front of that camera that actually has a stake and reputation in it, it ain't shit. And quite frankly, already what you know and who you know is wrong. So supposedly they're going to redo this. They're going to put up this. They're going to do that. They've widened the sidewalks and everything else. But let me tell you what they haven't done. First off, they haven't finished it. Second off, they have erosion problems already underneath the foundation of the dirt that concrete that they've laid. I guess that can be fixed. I'm not an engineer. Will it be fixed? I have some sincere doubts. All right. Now, the sidewalk areas look nice. Supposedly, there's no vendors allowed. But I got to tell you, we had to physically yell at people last night to fucking move so I could get this handy-capable guy across a dirt street over there at Kokomo's. They just wouldn't move because they have that one little spot that they can be, the intersection of Walking Street and the side street that comes from Tequila Reef. How about getting the tourist police to get those fuckers out of the way? But either way, you know what? They're trying to make a living, so what can you say? All right, so the center of the street, half of it is paved, not paved, but cemented, but it's not finished cemented. All right, half of it is still dirt, and some of it is still busted up concrete, and they've busted up the sidewalk that they've already poured. It's screwed. It is absolutely screwed. It's been 100 days. Now, wait a minute. What happens? 100 days. So I thought to myself, 100 days, what have we accomplished? Okay, in the year 1815, and I can't help but think that the Philippines are far more advanced in building a road than that would have been in 1815. But between March and June, the 100 days, the former first citizen of France, Napoleon, he escaped from his prison on the island of Elba. He put together 600 troops and landed in Cannes, France. He faced down and recruited a regiment by his own personality, marched into Paris, and recaptured the government. He then built a French army of 280,000 people, invaded Belgium with half his army, and defeated the Prussians. Now, finally, he was defeated within this 100 days. All of this in 100 days. All right? He was defeated at Waterloo and sent to another prison in St. Helena. Now, 100 days, this guy escapes from prison, puts together an army, captures a country practically. All right, the capital of Belgium. Okay, and then gets defeated again in 100 days. But Angeles City can't lay 800 foot of road. They can't. I mean, if you know Walking Street, it's been a disaster through and through. It has been impossible to get people through. Traffic has been, it's not like you can sit there and make an excuse. Well, you've got operating businesses and you've got this. They didn't give a shit. Okay. They dug ditches that were 4 feet wide and 6 feet deep and threw a couple of, 4x10s across them like you were walking the plank off of a pirate ship. And, drunk sexpats, they're going to go to the bar no matter what. So, no, it's not like there was some special consideration given. So what else Okay, I'll tell you what else. There's not a damn trash can. There's not a public trash can anywhere that we saw in the half of Walking Street that we looked at last night. Okay, there's trash everywhere. Vendors are still there. All right, ditches, everything else. It's a wonder nobody's broken their neck down there. You're trying to tell me that in 100 days, they can't get that right? Why do these businesses bother to pay the bribes, the kickbacks, and the taxes they're paying down there is beyond me. I owned a business. If I owned a business down there, I would be so pissed off. I really and truly would. My point with all of this is it's still screwed. It's worthless news. It doesn't matter. All right. I know that. That's why WNN brings it to you. And we're going to continue to bring you some of the most worthless news we can find that tends to make headlines for some stupid reason here in the Philippines. So if you'd like for us to continue to do that, number one, please do comment and tell us some of the worthless news you'd like to hear about, or you'd like at least for people to be talking about. Tell us what you know, and we'll be happy to do it. And you know something? Sometimes maybe we'll bring you some worthless news from other places than the Philippines. Maybe. I don't know. You know, we tend to deal with what we deal with. But Walking Street is still screwed. That being said, hey, Halloween is coming. So please, if you're interested in Halloween and the Halloween activities for kids that we sponsor every Halloween, stay tuned. That video is coming on how you can participate. And I don't mean donate money. I mean you can come down there and be a part of it. We welcome everybody. It's for kids. All right. But more on that on the next video. Otherwise, we hope you have a great day. Take care. Be good and let us know what you think.